My son and I went to go see Zombieland 2 Double Tap today. We'd been meaning to go see it, and it took a little bit for us to be able to work it out with our schedules, but um, I wanted to be able to watch it before we went off on our trip, so that was on the schedule for today. And I did not see the first one in the movie theater when it came out. I wish I had. The first one was a lot of fun, and I can imagine how much fun it was to watch it, big screen experience. So with regard to this one, it was fun. It was enjoyable. I do recommend it if you liked the first one. You might feel like, audience scores for both of these are pretty identical. I mean, they're almost exactly the same. Very high 80s, like 87, 89%, somewhere around there. The critics' scores for the first one are almost identical as well, give or take a couple points difference between them. And the critics, and when I say different points between them, I mean the total critic score and the top critics that you can look at on Rotten Tomatoes. And for this particular movie, the total critic score and the top critic scores are identical, like 68 or 67 or 69%. They're both exactly the same, which is funny. I haven't seen that before, but I guess they're all in consensus about how they feel about it. The audience likes it quite a bit more than the official critics do. And I'm in agreement with the audience. It was fun. It certainly was enjoyable. I don't know that I would rate it as high as the audience does. I think I probably liked the first one better, and I don't know why. I couldn't tell you. Maybe honestly, I'm not sure why, but I recall when I was watching it today and the different characters that they run across. So there's this one girl that they run across. She's Leah Thompson's daughter. I think her name is, oh shoot. She's got an unusual name, Zoe or something like that. I can't pronounce her last name. So they run across this girl, and she's as fresh as if, the zombie apocalypse never happened. She's got on lip gloss. She's got makeup. Her hair is nice. She's in these nice, cute little pink outfit. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, and this girl has hid out in a freezer for basically the whole zombie apocalypse. That's why she wears this heavy coat. And I'm thinking to myself, she looks really in really good shape for someone who's supposed to have been surviving for about 10 years in, post-apocalyptic times. That never really, but all of these characters, they look very good. They look healthy. But so of course that's something you sort of have to suspend your belief for a bit when you watch something like that. But, that really has nothing to do with, in my opinion, why I felt like the first one is better. And I honestly can't put my finger on it. Maybe I'd need to go back and watch the first one again so that I could have it a little bit more clear in my head why I like that one more. But I have to say, it was fun. There were some comedic moments for sure, because it's a comedy / horror, but mostly comedy. Woody Harrelson absolutely makes this movie. He is so funny. He's so over the top. This role is perfect for him. I remember thinking that and saying that when I watched one of the trailers for it. He's so hilarious. He's just so insane and insanely funny. And also the other person whose performance I liked was Emma Stone's. I mean, I believe that those two are the strongest. They bring more to it as far as the appeal and the enjoyment factor. Their characters do, more so than Jesse Eisenberg and Abigail Breslin. Abigail's character annoys me, and she always has, even since the first one. And I don't know if it's just Abigail and her acting, or if it's just the character. I just don't like her. She's aggravating to me, and I don't know, whatever. But I mean, Emma Stone's character can be a little aggravating too, but she makes that up with such hilarious snark She's so funny. Just the way she delivers her lines and the looks on her face. She's just really, really hilarious in here. Of course, a lot of bloody mayhem ensues throughout the course of this movie. And I believe, as far as I understand, it does take place 10 years later, which it really was made 10 years later. So, these people have aged appropriately. And they kind of end up in this little sort of like they're going through a relationship crisis amongst the four of them. And so, throughout the course of the movie, they're kind of in that particular situation, and they have to go after Abigail's character because a little twit ran off, and so they have to go put themselves in danger because they got to go rescue the silly little girl who wants to go have a boyfriend. And it's the apocalypse, and she's like, I want to have a boyfriend, I want to be child. Anyway, whatever. So the story progresses that way. That's kind of like a road trip type story, I guess, where they're trying to find her, trying to save her, and in the middle of all that, Toro.
Brought to you by Arch.
They can't see. Okay, where was I when I was interrupted? I forget what I was talking about. That they are having relationship issues amongst the four of them, and they have to go rescue, or not rescue. She's in danger because there's a new type of zombie out now. They've classified the zombies. I don't remember if they classified them in the first one or not, but at the beginning of this one, they talk about how there's these different classes of zombies. There's like Homer, which is just completely brain dead, can't do anything but like maybe chase a butterfly, get distracted very easily. Then there's, what was the other one called? Hawking. Named after Stephen Hawking because they're very smart. And then the third one is it's right on the tip of my ninja, because they're very stealthy. There is a fourth class of zombie that it's like they've evolved, and this particular new class they dubbed the T-800, which was awesome. I love that, just amazing. I was so happy. So that's a new threat, a very real threat that they have to also navigate around while they're on this journey. And of course, there's a culmination climax at the end involving all these zombies and them and other people that they meet along the way. There is a very fun cameo at the end. So after the movie's done, don't leave right away, because there's a little funny scene at the end, a little bit after the credits have started, and then at the very end of the credits is another, small snippet of a scene that is also ties into the sort of mid-credit scene that I was referring to. It's fun. It's sort of kind of like a... Anyway, it's sort of... it harkens back to a character from the first movie. You guys may already know. It may have... it's been out for a couple few weeks already, so you may have already heard about this. Oh my gosh. I'm going to wrap this up. Anyway, I'm wrapping this up. Final thoughts. It's a fun film. If you like the first one, go see it. I have a feeling you'll like it. You might not like it as much as the first one, but it's certainly worth a watch, in my opinion. And that's it for now. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording because my dogs are adding to this, and I didn't ask them to. Okay, you guys. Bye.